What's up, guys? This is Sean McAfee, and today we are going to look at some team tactics on display in the Morning Grind Fondo presented by Draft and Dirt every Wednesday morning at 4:45 a.m. CST, which is my time. In this race, I'm riding with Team Dirt, Dad's Inside Riding Trainers. That's us, rocking the pink Level 20 jerseys. This is a B category race over the Greatest London Flat course. It's roughly 34 miles long and about 900 feet of altitude gain. Not a climbing course, but a course that will devastate you if you lose the draft. As with all races, the start is the most crucial part. Your goal is always to hammer till the lights go out and try to find yourself in the most forward group down the road as possible. The first 5 minutes will be a brutal cornucopia of agony and suffering while trying to hold a wheel and make small bridges up to the next group. Since our team helps produce the race, we are normally pretty dominant in the B and C races of this series each week. Team riding on Zwift is a great opportunity to stay fit, or better yet, improve your fitness while also experiencing a brand new type of riding. For me, Zwift is not about riding a bike indoors because you can't ride outside. For me, it's a way to maximize my time on the bike so that I'm strong enough for any outdoor event I want to join, but also spend more time with my wife and 2 kids. With Team Dirt, it's about joining a group of guys that shares the same passions, desires, and efforts to get the most joy possible out of riding our bikes, but to also prioritize our families and the quality time we spend with them. First up, I don't know squat about team tactics on the road, much less in Zwift, but I like to learn about them, and I thought that these were some well-executed and coordinated moves from our little group. Zwifting is not your normal indoor trainer work. This is a social environment and can be as engaging as any of our modern social media platforms. One of the advantages that Team Dirt has in these races is the use of our private team Discord channel, a communications platform built for gamers to talk while playing games. Personally, I used the hell out of it back when I spent my evenings raiding Ragnaros or the Lich King in World of Warcraft. Discord allowed us to coordinate a couple of specific attacks throughout this race. Here's what's happened. The Greatest London Flat course has a number of ramps, rollers, and a kicker up the subway station stairs. That section of the subway stairs is 16% and will suck your momentum in a hurry. On lap number 1, our group of B racers approached the subway stairs with about 20 riders in the group, roughly half of which were fellow Dirt team members. The call went out over our team Discord channel that we should hammer into the stairs and give a full push over the top to try to open up a small gap on any unsuspecting competition. I thought this worked near to perfection with a group of about 6 to 8 Dirt jerseys pulling off the front, going up and over the top of the stairs and holding momentum for a moderate push. Hindsight, since we had the numbers over the hill, we probably should have continued the push to see if we could drop any more of the riders off the back. This move did, however, whittle down the numbers to about 15. On the second lap, again going up the subway stairs, the call went out for us to let the other riders pull, and then the Dirt team will hit the gas full force on the top of the stairs with a savage sprint to try to break up the pack and leave a few non-team members falling off the back. Frankly, I felt the first attack from the bottom of the stairs was much more effective and gave us the better opportunity to attack off the front. It was cool to try both, though. Finally, the end of the race. With a mile to go, opposing riders were pushing the pace, and it had been decided to try and let them do the work to the end. Sit and wait for the sprint, and then to give Mulchman a heroic lead into the sprint. Honest answer, I think I foiled this plan when I found myself surprisingly off the front. I panicked. I'm not yet used to being in that kind of position. This was my first B race after an upgrade from C, and my only goal had really been to hang on, not to be in position for the sprint to win. That's crazy. Ultimately, the Greatest London Flat course is one that plays to my strengths of sitting in the pack and heavy sprinting, and I found myself there simply by good fortune. So here I am as I find myself off the front with a half mile to go, too far away to try and sprint for the win, but too close to sit back and try to fall into the pack. I made the decision on the fly that the best course of action would be to hammer away and try to force a gap, or at least burn a match or 2 from the opposition. Hopefully, that pink blob behind me is still in position for a lead-in and sprint. Ultimately, it didn't work. My sprint wasn't strong enough, it was too early, and it looked as if it only served to give the other riders a great pull for the win. Dirt's Muchler took 4th place with fellow Dirts rounding out the top 10 in 7th, 8th, 9th, and 10th. Next week, we pick up the story as we turn to Austria and the Innsbruck Ring. This is sure to be a brutal course full of chaos as the Innsbruck Ring wall tears apart a pack after 4 laps.